good morning, everybody. It's so nice to have you here this morning. And the weather is
Excuse me.
very rough. Willits has got a little bit of snow.
Woohoo!
So does Guerneville is wet with a little bit of snow. The weather is wild all over
The weather
California.
outside
Here it is nice and just a little bit overcast and a little bit windy, but it's nice. So we don't have to put up with the rain again today. Boy, but it's supposed to hit us tomorrow. So for those of you who are wondering what's going to happen, we're going to have some more rain. And they're saying that we need to have more rain because the depth of the water, it needs to be brought up. So we're excited
brought it
about
up.
that. We're bringing it up. Yeah. And there's Donna, and there's Eileen, Eileen and Joan
Hi, Joan.
and Patty and no Joyce.
Ah,
There she is.
And to this way we have. Hi, Joyce. I see you. And Mel.
Yes.
And Gail.
Yes.
And Christine. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh
And
boy.
Joan, and Joan.
Joan is
Don't
there.
forget
Yeah.
Joan.
Me.
Yes. Yes. Good
And
morning.
Lonnie. Oh my God. It's coming together.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. That's great.
Here's the poem, babe.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Got it?
Yes. And we are so glad to have Janet here this morning. We missed you, although we had a great time last week with Annie, and that was wonderful, but we missed you, Janet. So it's so nice to have you
Just
back.
to let you know.
I'm so glad to be here.
Yes, good. And before we start, where did Mel go?
He's right here. Right to the left. The bottom
Okay,
left
there she is. Let's wish Mel a happy birthday.
there. Happy birthday, Mel.
Oh,
Hey, happy birthday coming up on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Mel.
happy birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you.
What are you going to do for your birthday, Mel?
Heal. Uh, Sean and I have been sick for the last 2 weeks.
Oh,
You had what?
And we've been sick with, I don't know if it was a cold, a flu, but it's
Oh,
ended up with this
That's why
respiratory.
we talked to Sean and he was really sick. No.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm glad that you're doing better and that you're up and on the camera and we can see you and you look fine.
thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was concerned. I was like, I
nice.
want to do something special because it's my 60th birthday.
Oh,
Wow.
And I've been wanting to do something special and I couldn't come up with anything. And then we came down with this thing 2 weeks ago and it's still hanging on. And so I figured, the spirit just kind of made it so that I couldn't come up with anything because I needed this time to be healing.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
And
Sad but
so
true.
Yeah.
my 60th birthday is to feel better.
Oh, good. Well, Janet, when you do our prayer, can we put Mel in the prayer? Would you do it? Okay. And
absolutely.
Annie, how are you doing, Annie?
Oh, birthday cakes.
I'm doing okay. I'm would like a lot of prayers towards lowering my blood pressure.
Ooh.
They
Okay.
threw me out of cataract surgery and said my blood pressure was too high, and they didn't want to take any risks. And I've got a big surgery coming up February 20th. So, for having my appendix removed. So, gonna see my cardiologist. I think it's next week, and just doing my best to calm down the vibes and feel peace in this world and in our lives and all around us. And so I think it's time to avoid social media.
That's why.
Altogether. I don't think that's helping my blood pressure any.
Yeah.
But anyway,
And the news.
Yes.
yeah. But
Good.
Mel, congratulations on 60 years old. We wish you a lot of health and happiness. But otherwise, I mean, I'm doing fine. I'm just really ready to be well and, good. So
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Amen.
Can I
Oh,
put someone on the in the prayer list for today? I have a friend, Amelia, who is intubated. She's in ICU at Stanford with liver
Wow.
failure.
Oh my gosh.
And I worked with her at Palo Alto Medical Foundation, and we're all concerned. She's really hit rock bottom with her drinking, and we're just praying that this will be a turning point, that she'll come back renewed. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
yes.
Hallelujah, yep.
Yeah.
And special gentle healing,
Yep, that's not
Donna,
an
for
easy
her, that
road for sure.
her heart can be cradled in the love of the divine.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I'd like for us to put in all of the parents, all the people who lost their children through
Yes.
the airplane, the helicopter crash.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was so difficult on the
Yeah.
families. I mean, and some family, the whole family was wiped out. And
That's
so, Janet, I'm just giving you all these people to put in your prayers. So,
And the crash in Philadelphia as well.
And the
yes,
crash in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, yeah. That was.
I wanted to mention the skating community. You know, my daughter was an ice skater and they talked about the closeness of the community. Well, you know, you sit and talk to each other for hours while these kids practice, and you become very enmeshed in their lives. And
That's right.
then the other thing I wanted to remind you about is in 1961, the entire U.S. skating team was lost in a crash, and it was largely the Boston Skating Club that lost people there. And the guy said it's taken us 60 years to recover, and now this has happened. And some of their key people were lost in that crash, but it's just a horror story.
So let us light this candle. Take a nice deep breath. And all of you light this candle for me. And may we wrap all of the people we have named, and also the people that are unnamed that we wish to send healing energy to. Let us feel and know the power of that healing intention that we can bring.
Yes.
Feel it coming up from the bottom of your feet. Feel it coming down from the top of your crown and meeting in your heart and extending out. First, it heals you, then it heals everyone and everything, named and unnamed. We hold them in our loving hands of light, and we know that our intention is energy, and energy is power, and power is healing, and healing is love. And we invoke our Great Spirit, our Creator, to be with us. We invoke our amazing ancestors to be with us so that we are side by side with that infinite energy of love. And that it flows from us and through us and back to us again, amplifying, radiating, holding the strength of our intention. And we give great thanks for this community. We give great thanks for all of you in your work out in the world. We give thanks for our ancestors. We give thanks for all of the people that receive our love and support. We give thanks for it all in a huge circle. As we heal, we are healed. And as we come together, we weave a powerful energy of comfort, support, and healing. And so with every breath, we radiate that light out. And with every inhale, we take that energy into ourselves and our own field. We are held. and we hold in that infinity of energy, support, and love. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Let it be.
Thank you. Anybody want to add anything to this prayer? Just so it be, and so it is. And thank you so much, Janet, for doing that. And I'm going to say a few things, and then we'll have some music by Janet, okay? I want to thank you for joining me today. And you might hear some noise starting because my sister and her husband and a friend of theirs are coming to work on the lift. So
Hey.
hopefully I'll be able to get out of the house. And so if you hear any noise in the background, that's what's going on. And so there, we didn't know if it was going to rain or not, and we're still kind of looking at the clouds, but they say it's not going to rain today, so they're going to be out working in the driveway, putting on the lift. And we're going to have some fun along the way with practical examples and exercises that you can incorporate into your daily routine, because I'm going to be talking ways to achieve your highest spiritual experience. And I did talk about spirituality last week. With what's going on with the government, I decided we all needed to get a little bit more spiritual again to this week, because people are getting very caught up in what's happening. And the best thing you can do is to say, I release it, I release it, I release it, and hold it in a place where you know what's going on, but it's not bothering you. And that's spirituality, when you can raise your spirituality. And just imagine waking up every day knowing there's amazing things that are going to happen. There's exciting things that are going to happen. Don't read the newspaper, don't watch the news on TV if it bothers you. Why do something that bothers you so that you feel that you have to make comments that are negative about it? Let's hold on to spirituality. And now, if we can have a spiritual song from Janet.
And, you know, I just want to honor what you just said, Reverend Dottie, because that is so important. How I know when something is not working for me is I feel it in my body. Sometimes my mind will trick me into thinking, oh, I want to watch this. But when my body closes down, when my body tenses up, that's my signal that no, I need to not be looking at this, listening to this,
Right.
reading it. So that's a very powerful, listening to, if we want to listen.
Yes.
So relax, my friends. Take a nice deep breath and just release those kind of challenging sounds that you heard from me. I am dreaming, I am being all that I can be. I am holding in my hands my destiny, and it is love. Standing on the edge of dream, it is love, and it holds me in its arms. And with every step and every breath, I hold the sacred dream, and every moment I speak, may it be with kindness, and may it be with my whole being.
you so very much. That's so wonderful. Our highest spiritual experience is all about cultivating a positive outlook and believing in the best possible outcome. Think of that. That's the highest spiritual thing that we can get to, is believing in a spiritual outcome. I'm picturing myself reaching my fitness goals, whether it's lifting a certain weight, walking around the block, or doing belly crunches. I can see myself strong, determined, and proud of my progress. Join me in picturing this. And picture for yourself, what is it you know you can do to help you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? Don't turn on the TV and be upset. If it's something you don't want to see, as we mentioned earlier, please turn it off. Because you getting upset hits your physical, mental, and emotional bodies. And there's going to be things coming up that are going to upset you. Try to visualize yourself excelling at everything. Picture yourself excelling in housework. Picture yourself excelling in learning a new song to sing. Picture yourself learning new things to drink, eat, take care of yourself. Picture yourself doing things right for you, not listening to the TV or listening to the radio and having it tear you down. You're worth more than that. You have a lot going for you, and mainly what it is your spirituality. Picture yourself successfully completing a project. It could be any project, such as writing a book, writing a song, baking a new recipe. Think of the things that you can do for you, not what you can do for everybody else. Right now, just picture what you can do for you that helps you spiritually. Imagine the satisfaction and joy of seeing your vision come to life. And visualize something. Right now, I'd like you to take a minute, close your eyes, and visualize something you would like to do just for you. Let's do that. Just close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath and visualize something that you would like to do. It could be getting more exercise. It could be going to the movies. It could be just getting out of the house like I'm going to be doing. Or it could be making up with a friend of yours or a relative. Picture doing something that makes you feel a lot better. And hold on to that as I give the talk today. Hold on to what is going to make you feel better. See yourself nurturing healthy and loving relationships with friends, family, and partners. Communicating effectively, showing empathy, and building strong spiritual connections. The connections that you have lost, it's time to rebuild those. Connections that you've wanted for a long time, go out and find ways of making those connections. But don't do it based on anger. Don't do it based on, well, I've got to tell them what I think about them. Based on it, on spirituality, on loving people and accepting people for who they are. You're going to meet people that you don't like the way they live their life. Just accept them. You don't have to make them wrong. Just accept them for who they are. Financial goals. Picture yourself achieving your financial goals, whether it's saving a certain amount, paying off a debt, or making a smart investment. See yourself managing your finances wisely and enjoying financial stability. For some of you, you say, oh, I don't have enough money. Okay, then take what money you do have, pay all your bills, and then figure out what else you would like to do. It's hard to be stable financially with so many different things going on. But find a way that you can do it successfully for yourself. And overcome challenges. Envision yourself successfully overcoming a personal challenge, such as quitting a bad habit or facing a fear. Visualize the strength and resilience you demonstrate doing that. In that process, visualize yourself overcoming something. Imagine yourself growing and evolving as a person, learning new skills and becoming the best version of yourself. See the positive impact this growth has on your life and the lives of those around you. I have people that call me for a reading and say, Dottie, my life is awful. And I say, do something about it. And they say, I can't. There's nothing I can do. Yes, there is. You can take small little steps and find ways to improve your life. But sitting and complaining about it doesn't do it. But sitting and saying to yourself, I am good, I am healthy, I am happy, and working on that is what needs to be done. Don't sit waiting for somebody else to help you. You can help yourself. And our minds are so powerful. If you find you can't do something, switch it to I'm capable and resourceful. Think of that and follow this. Say, I am capable. Come on. I am capable and resourceful.
And resourceful.
One more time. I am capable and resourceful. Because whenever a negative thought pops into your mind, take a moment to acknowledge it and then consciously replace it with a positive affirmation. And I am capable and I am resourceful. And I'm grateful for the gift of the day and the opportunities it brings. Today is a gift. You're all alive.
Yay.
I'm not talking to a single dead person right now. I'm talking to some spirits. They're around here, I can tell you that. They're talking to spirits, but not somebody who just says, oh, I'm done. The spirits that come to me feel alive, they feel like they're giving a lot to us, and they're exciting. So wake up to the spiritual beings around you. And think of that powerful gift it brings when you can speak to people who've passed on and let their energy flow through you. Because when you do that, you're surrounded by love and personality and goals and dreams. Open up to spirit and let it come through. Every challenge you take is an opportunity to grow and become stronger. You can do that. You can grow and become stronger. And I don't want to hear, oh, but at my age. Your age is the best age you've been. It's not the worst. It's the best age that you've been. You're alive. Do something with it. And make it for yourself. People say, oh, well, I've got to help so-and-so and so-and-so, but they're not doing anything for themselves. Make sure that you help yourself spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Because every opportunity you face is an opportunity to grow and become stronger. You're worthy of happiness, success, and love. And I am peace with my past. Some people get held down by their past. They say, oh, if you knew what I've done, let it go. You don't need to have your past hold you down. You can let it go anytime you want and just release it. And for me, having had a stroke, somebody said, well, Dottie, you said, I said, I don't remember that. And it's so great to say, I don't remember that. And even though it's the truth, it still sounds a little funny to me even when I have to say, I don't remember that. Now I know that having had the stroke and having put some of me to sleep, I'm waking up every day. I'm remembering more. I'm remembering people's names. I'm remembering more in life. But that's my spirituality pulling me up, making me aware of what I need to move forward. And so I'm at peace with my past and excited for the future. What's going to come up in my future? I've got lots of things happening. I've got a lift going in today. I've got things going on. Find something to look forward to in your life. Find something. I know Annie's got some tickets to things that she wants to see. I know that Janet has classes that she's going to teach. I know Joan has a lot of things that she's looking into. Everybody, I see your smiling face, and I know that there's things that you're actually going to be doing. You're excited about it. Keep the excitement going. Let go of the negativity of the past. And be a spiritual being, bringing Creator into your life. Honor the fact that there is a Creator. And you might call this Creator Jesus, you might call this Creator Buddha, you might call this Creator Muhammad. You can call the Creator whatever you want. But know that realizing that there's Creator in your life makes you feel a lot better about who you are and what you're doing. It helps you become a part of the whole. The law of karma, what we send out into the world comes back to us. Think of that. If you think negative thoughts come back to you. The law of karma is something that really hits us all. And so you don't want to be a part of that. You want to let go of holding things against people. Don't be angry at people. As I mentioned earlier, there are things going on politically, and I hear people yelling and swearing about various people. What's that do for you? Making somebody else wrong doesn't help you. You don't have to agree with them, but don't sit and all day think about somebody else doing wrong. Think about what you can do right. Think about loving yourself. Think about how you can hold yourself in high regard. And do something nice, like opening a door for somebody, or offering somebody a cup of coffee, or operating by offering people just kindness, whether it's people next door or across the street from you, whether it's people when you're in the store, wherever it is, offer kindness instead of ridicule and rejection. Be nice to people, and you'll be amazed at how much nicer they are to you. And so look at how you can be nice to people. Pay it forward. Buy a coffee for somebody, and if you're in the Starbucks, buy a coffee for the person behind you. Help somebody. Help somebody do something with their house. Help somebody do something that you're helping them. Helping other people helps yourself. So the more you can help other people, the more you bring in spirituality into you. So think about that. Who could you help? Yes.
Two things. One, you can increase your tips.
You can increase your tips, yes.
You know, to the person at Starbucks, whoever's waiting on you, give them a bigger tip, because they always need that. And also I have a question. And so you've mentioned it a few times about the state of the world and politics and things like that that's affecting everybody's lives. And you talked about, turning off the TV and not looking at things that upset you so much and all that kind of stuff. So here's my question. How do you do that without becoming a bystander?
Okay, what's wrong with being a bystander?
It means that you're not helping the
You can
marginalized
help
groups.
without disliking or being angry or upset with anybody. You can help the people. That's one of the things that I was going to say. Donate, give things to people, help people that are going through difficulties. But somebody who's in Washington, D.C., you getting upset with him isn't going to change them. There's you getting upset with somebody in politics isn't going to change them. Now, if there's a group that you want to join that's in your neighborhood, or a group that you know that there's a clout there, that they can help change things, join it.
Okay.
Become a part of. But just sitting and complaining doesn't do anything. Become a part of a group that's doing what you want to do. Or start a group. Start a group by saying, you can put it on TV, you can put it on anywhere you want. Say, I would like to start a group that does something about the politics of today. Whatever it is. If it's something you want to talk about that has to do with LGBT, if you want to start a group that has something to do with people with red hair, if you want to start a group that has something to do with anything. But don't just complain. Do something about it. That's what I'm saying. Donate. Give gently used clothes, books, or toys, things. Clean out your house. Donate things you're not using. Be a good listener. Give somebody your full attention listening to their concerns or stories without interrupting or making them wrong. Just listen. They need to say what they need to say. But if you say something and interrupt, and they don't have a chance to say what they want to, they'll stop talking. You want to hear from people, but you want to know that you can spread positively online. With our current political scene, it's easy to add a negative thought to the internet. Instead, leave a positive comment on someone's social media post or share uplifting content. Find something positive to say. That's what you do spiritually. You don't add to the negative flow. Express gratitude by sending a thank you note or message to someone who has made a difference in your life. Send money to CCL. That's a spiritual thing you can
Yippee! Woo! Thank you, everyone.
do. Make it a daily habit to form one act of kindness.
Well, I thought you were going to say daily habit to donate to this.
Yeah, no, make a daily habit
$1 a day.
to form one act of kindness. It can be as simple as a smile or a helping hand. Smile. If you don't have any money to help support CCL, smile. Just put love in your heart, not hate. When you put hate in your heart, it brings down your spirituality. You want to add to your spiritual self by adding love to your heart. Remember to practice mindfulness to help you stay present, accept what comes your way. When faced with a challenge, take a deep breath and ask yourself, how can I adapt and move forward spiritually? Think of that. How can I adapt and move forward spiritually? Practicing mindfulness can gently enhance your ability to stay present and handle life's challenges with grace. Not with anger, not with contentment, not with frustration, but with grace. Take a few moments each day to deep breathe. Let's just do that. Let's just take a nice deep breath. Breathe in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let's do another one. Just take a deep breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And relax. And one more. Take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. So let's do it. Breathe in deeply. And hold it, hold it, hold it. And then relax. This simple practice can help calm your mind and bring you into the present moment, allowing your spirituality to move forward. Just think of some time every day. Take 3 deep breaths to calm you down, to bring yourself present, to be able to look at yourself in the mirror with love and gratitude and acceptance for who you are. And then take a walk. It doesn't have to be a long walk.
I'm walking.
Corky's walking right now. There she goes.
When the waist up, I'm walking.
When the waist up, she's walking. Yeah.
Oh,
there's
Ruth is walking with me. Hi,
Ruth is walking. Just figure out you're gonna do some
Oh, Janet's
movement.
walking too.
Yeah, just walk. Yeah, and feel it. And what a difference.
Thank you.
Notice the feeling of the
Yeah, that
ground
was a good
beneath
walk.
your feet. The sound of birds chirping, or the sound of people laughing like here,
Oh, see,
or the
very
nature of leaves in the wind.
good.
Meditation. Set aside a time during the day where you meditate in a few minutes. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath, on a calming word or phrase. Allow your thoughts to come and go without judgment. Let's do that. Let's close your eyes and comfortably focus on a quiet thought. Feel it calm you down. Thank you for calming down. And spend a few hours each day, a few minutes each day, or a few little times each day doing a journal. This can help you process your emotions and gain clarity on your issues you may be facing. Just calming yourself down helps you become more spiritual than anything else you can do. When faced with a challenging situation, practice accepting it rather than resisting it. Acknowledge your feelings and thoughts, trust the situation, and then focus on what you can control and how you can move forward. Spiritual love is a powerful force that can transform our lives. The law of spiritual love encourages us to practice unconditional love for ourselves and others. Show compassion, empathy, and kindness in your interactions. Incorporating this into our daily lives can lead to a more spiritual, fulfilling, and joyful existence. Remember, it's all about taking small, consistent steps to create positive spiritual habits. Let's embrace these principles and watch how they transform our lives. And I want to thank you for listening and be filled with spirituality. Get out of the anger. Get out of the dislike, the hatred that I hear from people, the horrible feelings they have. Just let them go. Just let it go. There are things that are going on that you can't do anything about. So instead of doing anything, you worry. Get into the spirituality of life. Getting into helping people, but mainly start helping yourself feel good. Whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, however, but find ways to help yourself. And now I'm going to open it up to
Read
what?
the poem.
Oh, read the poem. Corky gave me a poem that she wants me to read.
Bullwinkle. What was it?
And it's called The Knot's Prayer. Dear God, please untie the knots that are in my mind. my heart, and my life. Remove the have-nots, the can-nots, and the do-nots that I have in my mind. Erase the will-nots, may-nots, might-nots that may find a home in my heart. Release me from the could-nots, would-nots, and should-nots that obstruct my life. And most of all, dear God, I ask that you remove from my mind, my heart, and my life all of the am-nots that I have allowed to hold me back, especially the thought that I am not good enough. Amen. And it says down here, author known to God. So,
Amen.
Let it be.
Let it be.
And that's in the CCL
So it
Insights.
is.
Yeah,
That I
that
finished.
was in the CCL Insights, that to let go of the have-nots, the am-not. And so how do you do this? So let's open up the floor, and how do you handle letting go of the negativity? Anybody have anything? Yes, Joan.
My daughter took me shopping yesterday and I got some size 14 pants that were just wonderful. I've worn 16 for a while. I wore 18 for a while. I wore 1X for a while. But over the past 10 years, I've lost a lot of weight. And now I'm finally into 14.
Yay!
Very good for you. Yes, yes. And how
Wonderful
does that make
resolution.
you feel?
Oh, wow. I was celebrating. I'm still celebrating today because I set a goal of good health, including controlling my weight
Good.
a long time ago.
That's why we love you now.
And I did it very slowly. I did it 5 pounds at a time with little decisions. And so it's taken a long time, but I said, these are just too big. She said, well, here's some 14s. I said, 14! Oh my God!
Yay!
Marilyn
Yay!
Monroe
Yay. Oh, great.
Wonderful.
Wonderful,
That is a
taking
goal
care
to
of yourself, and that's a great way to focus. Anybody else? How do you take care of yourself spiritually? Yes, Joyce.
Good morning, everyone. I'm from an old school, and we're just not talking about my birthdays, but we can get to that later. I'm from the old school of my daddy, Joseph Levi Thomas Brown. And he grew up in a hard time, born in 1898. So you can see some of the things he went through. And my father called it zerning because he didn't get to go to school. So he would go out and take his gun with him in the night in Mississippi where we live, and he'd take his gun and go for a walk to zern something that was happening, that he had to sort it out, but he didn't want to stay inside the house and do it. So he would take his gun and go with him, and he'd take a nice long walk. And when he came back, he was calm. He had went out and sorted it out. And all after that went well. Everything that was going to be done in the daylight did not have violence or anger or rage or being concerned if the police was coming or whatever was going to happen, what's going to happen. My father was at peace. And I have learned over these years, because I used to watch him do those walks. Once he took me with him, and I wanted to know what he was doing, And so he just walked along in silence. He just walked and walked and walked. And then he said, well, now then, Joyce, see, I done zerned that. And then we went home. And whatever he released, he left it in the road, in the cotton field, in the dirt out there. He didn't bring it back to this house that we lived in. And I just want to say that I've been practicing zerning for a long, long time. I don't have a gun or anything, but I I do sit down with a cup of hot chocolate and zern like a crazy woman, I tell you. And what I've discovered is when I finish all of my zerning with my chocolate and I write, I have notes. I write. I'm free of it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Great.
That's great. Eileen, do you have your hand up? There's a little hand right there.
Yes, it is.
Hi.
Hi, Eileen.
Hi.
There you are. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning. Nice to see you. Yeah, I do my qigong, of course, but this past couple weeks, I've been finding inspiration from Maya Angelou's poems,
Mm-hmm.
and then also, even though my family grew up Buddhist, I was in the Catholic school for 10 years, and for some reason, the Lord's Prayer has been very important in the last couple of weeks to help me sleep. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing these last 2 weeks.
Sounds wonderful.
Good, good. Ruth.
So you asked, what do you do about negativity? So sometimes I get, okay, I say sometimes, but it's very often. It's a mental health thing. I get really mean, intrusive thoughts. And this week, it occurred to me that the thoughts that tell me that I'm a bad person, that they're all lies. I mean, it makes no sense. But there it is, right? And, or like I'm a bad girl, which also makes no sense because I was never called that when I was a kid, but whatever, there it is. And this week, I was like, and suddenly it was just like, I was feeling bad. And I was like, okay, I'm not a bad girl. I'm a good girl having a bad time right now. And that helped. I'm not a bad person. I'm just a person who's having a hard time right now. And that helped me separate that, because for whatever reason, my brain seems to think if the way I feel is defines who I am, which is completely ridiculous, but there it is. But that just really helped. Not a bad person. Just a person having a hard time right now.
Very good, very
You've been
good.
sick, too.
Yeah, that's a great way. And you've been sick.
With the COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's that too, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
We're all plague free now.
You've been hallucinating, girl.
Oh.
Annie. Anne, you
Hello.
you had
Yes.
something you wanted to say?
Yes. Yeah. So I spoke about, being on social media less, and the reason why is because every time I open it, in my face is, everything that's happening that I'm trying to avoid reading in the news. So my way of putting back, I don't know anybody goes to my Facebook page, it is on Facebook, is putting up positive things constantly. And I look for those kinds of things to lift my spirit, to not make anybody wrong, but to, and I was ready to go on a rant today, so this is perfect timing, of like, stop this, this is driving me crazy. But instead, it's like, what can we look for that's positive? So I saw a quote today, and I think I will put that up there later, which is, quit asking what else could go wrong, because the universe does not recognize that this is a theoretical question. Because we have to know that God gives us what we ask for, and He doesn't know that what we're asking for is to not have this. That isn't what He hears. He hears, oh, you want this? Boom. So we've got to be careful. So I do a lot of that, and I always look for things to make me laugh. So whether it's watching a comedy on TV, so if I'm on the TV set, I'm going to look for a show that's going to make me laugh. Too many shows are based in reality these days, and I'd rather have something that's just silly. So, it's important, or you call a friend, hey friend, and, you talk to people about what's positive. And I think I said this before, my cribbage group, we've never spoken about politics. Never, my choir, we don't speak about politics. We don't speak about religion. We don't speak about any of those things. We just speak about the love of the music, the love of being together, the enjoyment of the game. And that's the kind of company that I do my best to stay with as well.
Good, good. So pick the group that you hang out with. Yes, Ruth again.
Okay, dovetailing off what Annie said about, the whole universe thing. So we humans have a hard time translating things into positive sometimes. So I think it's important to remember that we can always go through our guides or our angels or specific like earth deities to help translate to the wider universe what we're talking about. Like when you so that you can so if you can't think of a positive corollary to what you don't want, you can ask your guides or your angels or whatever you want to call them to translate it to the wider universe so that you get what you need, so there's like a way around our finite thinking, and then we can rely on them to help with that.
It's great, great way of looking at it. You have help and utilize it. Yes, Joan.
What I'm really happy about my weight loss, but I'm happier about the idea that all things are possible. Because when I started this whole thing, this whole idea of getting down to a better weight, I've tried every diet program in the world and I succeeded in all of them, but I was never able to keep it off. But so anyway, I did this long program, but I'm hoping that people will take from it that all things are possible. It's a matter of concentrating and working on it and working with your spirit guides and getting support. I mean, I don't know what your fondest dream is, but I know that fondest dream is possible for you, but it requires kind of a daily or at least a weekly concentration of learning about it and bringing it into reality. Hens sit on eggs to make chickens. So we have to sit on our ideas to let them blossom. So I'm being a hen sitting on other eggs, and that I'll tell you about as they bloom, as the chickens come out. And if you've never been on a farm and raised chickens and seen little chickies emerge, I just think you missed an important part of life.
Thank you, thank you. Okay,
That's
thank you very
wonderful.
much for being here.
Oh,
Okay,
Bye.
the Aquarian
bye,
energy
everybody.
is amazing.
Thank you.
Bye
Aquarians
now.
are the changers in our earth.
Change the
Big changes.
Bye-bye.
Yes, goodbye now.